a tough lady. You were a wonderful
I've had
person.
to be. I'm
Yeah.
a survivor.
You're a survivor.
Maybe I wasn't in the Holocaust, but I've survived a lot.
This is some life. You know, because Larry and I are so close, I know a lot about your life. And that's why I thought it would be important to put it on tape.
But yet I feel I'm the luckiest person in the world
And you
to
can s-
have the love of my children. And how about Carol Levy? Did you ever
the
know
best.
any?
The best. But you can say that at the end.
Don't worry.
Maybe we get some Kleenex. You need some Kleenex?
Got
You
it.
got some? Okay. Normally, when I would do these interviews, there would always be a box of Kleenex there because,
It's actually recording right now.
oh, it is?
But is it okay?
Okay.
Can I ask a quick question just to clarify? The name of the record company and also the restaurant that you guys are starting to talk about?
Midwest
It
Distributing.
was Midwest Distributing, okay.
Yes. And there used to be a restaurant, their very first restaurant that Larry and Mark ever did was D.B. Kaplan's. It was in Watertown.
Water Tower.
Yeah, you weren't here in Chicago. Is this going now?
It is, should I?
We should edit.
Okay, so actually, you know what, this is at the very beginning of this tape anyway,
Okay.
so,
So when you edit it,
exactly,
how long will it be before we can get a copy of it?
very soon.
Okay.
And,
Very soon meaning what?
when would you like it?
Whenever, I don't want.
I mean, this week theoretically.
Okay,
I would like,
maybe for sometime next week?
great,
Okay.
and maybe we'll just have a quick conversation about, like what we could do at the beginning, if we wanna put a little quick title, or if
Yeah.
there's a piece of
Yeah.
music you like that we can
Sure.
put under at the very beginning.
What's your favorite song? What is your favorite song? We'll put it at the beginning. You have one?
Yeah, I used to love that song from Man of La Mancha. I used to
Dream
love
the,
it.
dream the impossible dream.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we'll put that at the beginning.
Excellent. Okay,
Okay?
great. Great,
Tell me when we're ready.
whenever you're ready.
Okay, so now you are the hostess at Hillary's. In the meantime, a lot is happening to your sons and your family. That you now have grandchildren, and you want to talk about how you felt?
Oh, yeah,
about-
I will tell you this. Before Larry married Carol, she was so afraid of meeting me for fear that I would dislike her because she had a family. I was the happiest person in the world because I knew how much Larry loved children. And I love Carol so much. I really believe Carol and Larry are real soulmates.
Talk a little bit about your grandchildren.
All I ever do is brag about them.
Well, that's what this tape is for. You can brag all you want.
Even though Steve, Andy, and Bobby are Carol's sons, I think of them as my grandsons. And I know how much they love Larry, and that makes me so happy. And of course, Ari, what can I say?
How about your other grandchildren?
And Mark's children are just, he has wonderful children, and I am so proud of them. They could be spoiled rotten, but each and every one of them work, except Paul, who's still in college. Liz, his baby, who just turned 19, she's home from college. She's working at Gibson's as a hostess. And of course, Sarah is another generation of Levy entrepreneurs. She's the candy maker. Laura works for HBO, and she loves what she does. And Hillary sells real estate and is doing well. And I have a great grandson from Hillary. His name is Grayson, who I adore. And Larry's and Carol's boys are just, they're great kids. I'm proud of each and every one of them.
When being a grandmother has to be an important part of your life now.
Of course
Yes.
it is. And I love being with them. It makes me feel young.
That's great. So
And
how,
I hope to live to see Ari get married one day, and of course all of Mark's kids.
well, I would bet on you, but that's, so going to work for Larry and Mark's company, was it difficult to go to work for your sons?
Oh, not at all. They are so kind and loving and generous. Oh, I was thrilled.
Tell me about, how did Mrs. Levy's come to be?
Well, Larry and Mark were so grateful for what I did for saving their DB Kaplan's. They gave me a restaurant and they named it Mrs. Levy's.
And that's,
And I just love going to work, and people will say to me, your sons make you work? And I answer by saying, no, I pay them so they'll let me.
what's the best part about it? What,
It makes me feel young to be amongst young people, talking with them and, schmoozing with them. And I love the fact that I can get up every morning and have some place to go and I love doing it, and I get paid for doing it on top of it.
well, there are a lot of people that are glad you're doing it because the food is terrific. But
Wow, thank you.
that's just one man's opinion, but I know a lot of people feel that way.
And
Uh,
I want you to know that this little girl from St. Louis has taken pictures with 5 presidents.
Really?
They're hanging at Mrs. Levy's.
Which ones? Carter,
I
Reagan?
started with Reagan. That picture cost $10,000. I think Governor Thompson asked Larry to contribute to the campaign,
Mhm.
and they said they would do it if I could have a picture taken with Reagan. And next came Carter,
Mhm.
and Bush Senior, then Bush Junior, and of course Bill Clinton. We didn't pay a penny for that.
No.
I stood over at the Drake Hotel for 3 hours and waited for him.
Well, that's, as you look back on your life with all the ups and downs, it has been a remarkable journey for you, as we talked about.
I
right
feel
earlier.
I'm the luckiest woman in the whole world.
Tell me in closing, because a lot of generations are going to see this tape. Is there anything you want to say to them? Any message you want to leave with them?
Yes, to stay the way they are. One thing that I love most, when people say to me how nice they are. Being nice is one of the most important things in life, I think. You accomplish more. Being successful is great, but being nice is just as important, or maybe more important.
Those are really wonderful words. It's been an honor and a pleasure to do
Please.
this for you. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed it.
Wow, I
And I
hate
know-
that I cried, but
No, listen, how can you go and talk about anybody's life without crying? So we're gonna end this now. You wanna say goodbye?
goodbye.
Okay. This is terrific. Just terrific. I hope this was okay for you.
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
Now, Ron, do you understand why I would never marry Bob? He's asked me to marry him. I couldn't get
I
married
understand.
again. 5 weeks after I married Bob Abrams, he had bypass surgery.
Well, let's keep Bob healthy.
Yeah, no, he's a nice guy.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
Thank
boys.
you. Thank you for the story. It was wonderful.
Oh, please.